Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Obviously, we have to talk about this. Being an Uyghur, being an Australian, calling out the Chinese regime on what it does on a daily basis, murdering Uyghurs, Tibetans, and other groups each and every day. I mean, they do this for sport. They do this for bloody sport. I had to talk about it. There's no intro. We're just going to get straight into it. I'm sure everyone's seen this tweet. Shocked by murder of Afghan civilians and prisoners by Australian soldiers. We should be. The whole world should be calling this out. But China, get this, we strongly condemn such acts and call for holding them accountable. Excellent, excellent. Now, China, it looks like they are going to change because China loves this term, don't meddle in our internal affairs. So what the hell are you doing? Why are you meddling in Australia's internal affairs? Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this tweet. Not only did you doctor up an image, it's a fake image. You know, when we see images of the concentration camps and Uyghurs being moved in their thousands, oh, it's fake news. Those images are fake. Those documents are fake. But yet you put up a fake image and try to say your narrative when everyone else does it, they can't. Now, I'm not here to talk about this tweet, but I want to talk about the foreign ministry spokesperson, Hua Chunying, the statements that she's made. We're going to react to the statements that she's made and how hypocritical that is. This is not fake news. You guys have to just watch this and judge for yourself. Honestly, this is sickening. Watch this.
澳大利亚的一些军人在阿富汗犯下严重罪行，这是澳大利亚媒体自己报道出来。
Exactly. The Australian media reported this. The Australian media got this out there. What happens to your media? What happens when civilian journalists report on what's happening in China? Whether it was the Chinese virus, whether it's something happening with the Uyghurs, Tibetans, Mongolians, Hong Kongers. What happens to them? I, as an Australian, comfortably condemn what Australia did in Afghanistan. And you know why? Because I know the Australian government is not going to do anything to my family. I'm not going to disappear. I'm not going to die. Nothing's ever going to happen to me. Would I be able to do the same thing if I was in China right now, condemning the Chinese regime on their atrocities each and every day? This is just amazing. Let's keep going.
也得到了澳大利亚国防部调查报告的确认。澳大利亚国防军司
Exactly. This was confirmed by the Australian Defence Force, by Australian authorities. They don't cover up things like this, unlike the Communist Party, where you guys cover up each and every day what happens to the people in China, what happens to Uyghurs, what happens to Tibetans. Yes, the Australian Defence Force goes ahead and does this. Are you guys able to do the same thing? I don't think so. I don't bloody think so.
司令坎贝尔就此举行了专题发布会，介绍报告的内容。报告披露的细节令人震惊和毛骨悚然。
Shocking and creepy? Do you know what the meaning of shocking and creepy is? Look at your face. Look at your bloody face. Just with a straight face, it's shocking and creepy what the Australians are doing. Do you have any idea, any clue what are you doing on that stage? This is
其中就包括将成年男子和男孩集中起来枪杀，或者蒙眼割喉，将2名14岁的男孩割喉后装入口袋投入河流，而且还要求新兵枪杀战俘以练手等。澳方这些残暴的罪
38 or 39 Afghans apparently died in this despicable manner. these heinous crimes labeled by the Chinese Foreign Ministry. And yet we have millions upon millions upon millions of Uyghurs in camps. Hundreds of thousands have probably died based on what concentration camp detainees have said. And you don't bat an eye.
罪行受到了国际社会的一致的强烈谴责和声讨。澳方对我同事的个人推文反应如此强烈，是想说明澳大利亚有军人冷酷地杀害阿富汗无辜平民有理，但有人谴责这种冷酷罪行反而无理了吗？阿富汗人民的命也是命。
Wow. She pulled out the Black Lives Matter card, or in this case, the Afghan Lives Matter card. And Afghan lives do matter. All lives matter. Uyghur lives matter. Tibetan lives matter. Everyone's life matters. You had to pull out the Afghan Lives Matter card. Wow. You have no shame. Wallahi, you have no shame. Don't the lives of Afghans... Oh.
澳大利亚政府应该做的是深刻反思，并将凶手绳之以法，向阿富汗人民做出正式的道歉，并向国际社会郑重承诺，永远不再犯这。
And you? Can we say the same thing for you? Can we say we'll bring you to justice, never to commit these crimes again? Can anyone question you? Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? This is just amazing. And yet we even have these leftists out there. Oh, who is Australia to complain? Who is Australia to lecture China? Are you serious? I'm not saying Australia doesn't commit any crimes out there, but we call it out. And I call it out. And I'm safe calling it out. And anyone with an inkling who stands up for human rights will comfortably call out any atrocities against the Australian government, against our own government. We're going to be safe. Australian authorities are not going to go after me, my family. They're not going to put us into camps. They're not going to put us into jail for criticizing, for assembling, for protesting against our own government for their crimes. But you have no right on God's green earth to lecture anybody about anything. You piece of... I'm going to keep it clean. I'm going to keep it clean.
这种可怕的罪行。你刚才讲到，他说中国政府应该 feel ashamed。那么澳大利亚的军人派到阿富汗去，是不是澳大利亚政府的行为？澳大利亚有军人犯下如此残暴的罪行，澳大利亚政府是不是应该 feel ashamed？
Cold-blooded. That's all I can say. Cold-blooded. Look at her. No shame. Despicable. Look at that face. Despicable. You have no shame. You have no what. These communists, like, as I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, I'm safe in my home, and when I do condemn America or Australia, whatever, nothing's going to happen to me. But right now, if I was an Uyghur within China making this video, what do you think would happen to me in about an hour's time? The Chinese would find out where I live through my IP address and arrest me, my family, and we disappear off the face of this earth. We disappear. I'm talking to you guys on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and wherever else this video is being shared. I'm streaming from these parts. And I would not even be able to do this in the first place. I would not even be able to stream like this and talk about this in the first place, let alone condemn the Chinese regime.
是不是应该为他们的军人在澳大利亚、在阿富汗残杀无辜的平民 feel ashamed？
You know what? We did this. We gave China the balls to act this way. We did this. The West did this. We've appeased these bastards for so long that these guys are no longer scared of any country. They can say, do whatever they want, oppress whoever they want. Australia, man, we need to wake up. We don't need these bastards. Our economy is strong enough. We don't need to be and side with dictators just to get by. Yeah, we will struggle in the short term. But see, you can never, ever, ever befriend the Chinese Communist Party. In the end, they will stab you in the back. I mean, that's all I got to say. Make sure you guys share this video. And the reason why I want you to share this video is that so many people still in the West do not understand that China is the enemy. The Chinese Communist Party is the enemy of all human beings. Whether you're white, black, yellow, red, I don't care who you are, Arab, non-Arab, Muslim, non-Muslim, atheist, whatever you are, the Chinese Communist Party is the enemy of all humanity, animals. They show no human decency, dignity, nothing. And if we do not take these bastards down, that oppression will come to our doorsteps. We need to take a stand. Boycott Chinese goods. There are a call for boycotting Chinese goods this Christmas, Easter, Ramadan, Diwali, whatever, Hanukkah, whatever on earth you celebrate. And part of that celebration is buying gifts. Stay away from Chinese goods. We need to hurt them where it hurts. We need to get them where it hurts, and that is money. It can be done. People power is still out there. Okay, brothers and sisters, until peace and blessings be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.